Now you're ready for part two to find out how to put this together. We had to wait all night, so we had some patience. But here's what we got. We got our roast. It's all cooked up, and we let it chill overnight so it's nice and firm. And we got our gravy here that our roast has been cooking in.
That looks delicious.
So now the trick is you have to slice this very, very, very thin. So we're going to get it ready, and we're going to put it here on our slicer. And we're going to start shaving this down real nice and thin.
That's fancy. Now, what would you suggest for those of who don't have one of these fancy slicers like you?
Well, what you could do is after the roast gets cold from sitting in the refrigerator overnight, before you're ready to slice it, you could put it in the freezer for about an hour to let it just start to freeze. That gets it real solid. Then you could use a very sharp knife and try to slice it as thin as humanly possible.
Okay.
So I'm going to continue to slice this up. We've got our meat all sliced up, as you can see, nice and thin. So now what you want to do is you want to get yourself a pot, pan,
Pot.
whatever works. Put it under some heat. About medium or low heat, not real hot. Then you get all that gravy that you cooked that meat in. Now you'll see a lot of grease on top of that. You know what?
It's all good.
Don't throw that away. That's all good.
That's what makes the food.
That's what makes it, exactly. Put all that in your pot, and you want to let that heat up till it just barely starts to boil. You don't want to boil the meat in here, because if you do, you're going to eat shoe leather.
Ew.
You just want it to barely start simmering and get good and hot. So we're going to let this get good and hot, and then we'll sit there and we'll put the meat in there and we'll get that ready. We've got our gravy that's heated up. It's just barely simmering. And that's what you want. Now, grab yourself a hefty handful of meat there. And you just want to let that in that gravy. And we will put that in there. And you want to let that warm up real good. This is why I said you don't want to overcook it when you first start. You want to leave it kind of medium, because once it sets in here, it's going to get cooked up more. So we'll give it just a little more heat to bring it back up to just a simmer. And then we're going to talk about what you're going to serve with this sandwich. Cheese? Nah. Marinara sauce? Nah. Peppers. You gotta have peppers. A nice hot giardiniera mix. Got some peppers in there, some celery, carrots, olives, and don't forget the oil. You gotta have that oil to go with them peppers. So you need that on there. This is kind of spicy, not too bad though. Very tasty. So we got our meat in here heating up, and once this is done, we'll show you how to put it all together. So don't go away. Our meat is all cooked through. It's good and heated up. Now we're going to show you how to put this together. First thing you want to do, get your spoon there. Put a little bit of that gravy inside that bun. You know, you just want to soak that a little bit. Watch your hands, because this is hot. Okay. Now that you got that done, grab some of that meat. And fill your bun up. And then we finish it off over here. First you take some of that oil from the peppers. Pour that on top. Then some of the peppers themselves on there. And there you have our Gypsy Italian beef sandwich. We hope you try it. We hope you'll enjoy it. So, basta stimos everyone.